This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Freaking.com.
Okay, now I'm standing here with Chris Gronsky, as I have before and probably will again. And I have, I guess, another neat thing to report, and that is that there's another new pro-liberty organization kind of starting up in New Hampshire. And tell me about that, Chris.
Well, we call it New Hampshire Supreme Law, and people can contact me at Time to Unplug. That's TIMETOUNPLUG at yahoo.com.
What do you guys do?
Well, we like to help patriots and freedom-minded people who feel that they're being abused by the courts or feel that attorneys don't represent their interests. We want to educate people. We do classes.
You're trying to provide an alternative to bar association attorneys?
Yeah. We feel that the court systems are pretty defiled with respect to justice and freedom, and a lot of people don't understand jurisdiction. We specialize in federal jurisdiction, and it's an area that we I don't want to say practice, that we specialize in, that we want to help people with. Now, we're not claiming to be experts per se. We're learning as well, but we've got some great resources. We help people with discharging debt. We help people with doing any kind of litigation with respect, if they're in the courts. We'll help them write papers and things like that. And it's mostly educational. Just informing people about their rights and their citizenship, and we do some work with passports, helping people maintain their sovereignty and their, staying outside of the federal jurisdictions and such as that.
Why do you guys do this?
It's a heart for the plight of the people with being abused so frequently from governments and from courts. We feel that there's no justice in that, and we're not lawyers and we're not attorneys, so we're not looking for we're not looking to have people that are being what do they call it, where attorneys go after money and all that such as that. We really are trying to help people just secure freedom and secure their liberty. We deal with IRS issues and things like that. And
do you play like a role of attorney in court?
Well, not at this point, but ultimately we'd like to, and we also have an interest in wanting to, at least here in New Hampshire, is to deal with the Bar Association. We want to be able to do a class action lawsuit of some sort against the Bar Association, because we believe that the Bar Association is practicing antitrust laws. They've pretty much wrapped up the market with respect to the law and legal matters.
You're saying they're a monopoly.
Absolutely, that's the antitrust laws, right? They do practice monopoly. So we want to establish a freedom law association in New Hampshire, and we want to invite lawyers who have been disbarred, or people who have a love for the law, who have a love for justice and freedom, people of integrity, people who would like to just make sure that our Constitution is secured and defended. So that's our passion, and we bring integrity and love and hope and those kind of concepts to the table, which I think are missing in the legal department.
Do you have any kind of basic timeline as when you might want to try to?
Well, we'd like to
initiate the lawsuit.
I'm sorry. We as soon as possible. Well, I think that in some of the work we're doing, we need to raise some money for that, and so we're always interested in pulling some of that together, and bringing on anybody who has any kind of legal expertise that would like to come and be a part of our team. We're always looking for people to share the burden with.
Wouldn't it be kind of difficult, though? I mean, sort of, you're like suing in the government court, sort of against a government-connected institution.
Well, that's worth looking at, because I believe that there are just courts, and then there are courts that are in certain jurisdictions, and that's part of what we, I think, bring to the table, is to determine whether a court is a proper court to being prosecuted or being troubled with. It's one of the first things that you do when you're helping somebody that's in litigation, is to determine, is this court a proper court, or is this outside of their jurisdiction? And there's a number of kinds of jurisdictions, and if you don't know that, then you may find yourself subject to a court and you don't even belong there.
All right, Chris Gronsky of Supreme Law.
New Hampshire Supreme.
New Hampshire Supreme Law, a new organization fighting for freedom in New Hampshire. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
Are you a liberty activist willing to be on the front line against socialism? FreeKeene.com would like you to consider moving here to Keene.
While Keene may have the largest number of liberty-oriented media outlets
In the entire state of New Hampshire, there's still a need for more activists. Can you help them? Visit FreeKeene.com to see what's happening. FreeKeene.com hooks you up with all the liberty media in town. Join the Keene Liberty activists and help free the beautiful city of Keene, New Hampshire from the clutches of the government. FreeKeene.com